Welcome back to Jesters of Ravenloft, where a group of comedians try to escape the horrors of the mists. The troupe's very long, very bad day continued. Tyler awoke on the back of a dead groundworm to Lucretia Sanguine offering him a Nintendo Switch in exchange for giving her a child, but when he refused, she stabbed him, and he once again found himself being revived in the company of some very grateful werepeople. Meanwhile, Dell chatted with Rumpleforeskin about their mutually bad day and received some magic beans from the mist, as Adam began to recall his time as Shadow Nemesis in the midst of an increasingly miserable drinking binge. Can New Rogue calm Adam down before he rampages and smashes up everything around them? I doubt it.
So in our previous episode, our party was split. Tyler was off fishing / dying, and the rest of our party were dealing with the various complicated interactions from their time with the Vistani at the revels, caused by the incredible Jack Magnum's excellent trick. To run through everybody's plots, I'm going to do Tyler separately, and then I'm going to circle back to the rest of the gang. So Tyler woke up being dragged along on the back of the dead groundworm, where he was being treated by Lucretia Sanguine. He coughed up half of his healing potion, and Lucretia tried to make a deal offering him a Nintendo Switch in exchange for him bearing a child with her, minus all the romance of doing it stuff, just a demonic agreement. You know, one of those old classics for a Nintendo Switch. Tyler asked for a number of details that she was not really willing to give, and then in the end, he said no, and she stabbed him. He woke up again, being healed by his wonderful friend Midas Fern, the werewolf that had taken him ground fishing. And she just told him to take a nap, so he did quite wisely. Waking up sometime later, he found himself at the edge of the Vistani revel, back with his friends, where Midas had apparently labeled him a bit of a hero for his overall attempt in helping her with fishing and heroically saving her from Gluggle-Glorp, the Lord of Slugs, the biggest groundworm of them all, which they had defeated together. He was sent to join his friends, and they had all been given permission, especially after Billy Bob Thornton gave Adam a thumbs up of mostly good, only a little bit evil. So the next morning they will be welcome inside the camp where all of the werefolk are currently ensconced in the wilderness. Meanwhile, our other friends, Dell had a talk with Rumpleforeskin, confirming that Rumpleforeskin was having a bad night, Dell was having a bad night, but that doesn't make her a bad person. She's not sure where she stands on the whole Lucretia Sanguine trying to win her over. She feels like just conflicted about that evil demon lady, but she does not want to be stepmom to Acer Sanguine. So that was a confirmed point between the two. At which point the mists gave Dell a collection of magic beans. She accidentally spilled blood on one of them, and then it sprayed berry juice into the sky, and she learned the names of several it's just a whole bunch of Vistani. They're super great characters Adam wanted brought to a bar, but Dell is my friend and so didn't do that. She went to the bar. Meanwhile, in the bar, Adam was having a bit of a crisis of sanity and an extreme drinking binge. Over 3 hours, he drank 12 beers. He was wasted, started blending in some of the memories of Shadow Nemesis, which turned him darker and darker until he sent the Dr. Deputy to find a Robocup helmet, which the Dr. Deputy agreed. What we know as players in the world is he rolled dog shit, so nope. And then he had another memory and a breakdown. He's gone fully berserk. He is smashing up the brewery tent. New Rogue tried to bring him down first by knowing that he needed icky sticky ganja, but that was not available. So New Rogue's next pop culture memory spurred him on to Tim the Toolman Taylor and needing more advice from a Wilson, at which point Rumpleforeskin reappeared with Dell peering over their back, much like Wilson. So New Rogue knew that he had someone to talk to try to calm Adam down, just to bring him, he's got to lose 5 feet and maybe stop smashing tables. So we will find out what happens there when we return to the scene, because the party is almost reunited inside the Vistani revel. I don't want to say they will join up because I can't predict these people, but it's theoretically possible. It is time for us to journey into Ravenloft. New Rogue. Adam is smashing up this brew tent, writing letters about how carving letters about how he hates himself, love him, into tables before breaking them. You've had this momentary inspiration about Wilson, the neighbor from Tim the Toolman Taylor, and you look over and see Dell's eyes peering over the back of a bone horse, the closest thing to Wilson in Ravenloft. What do you do?
Hey, neighbor, I need your help. Adam's not doing so good, and I don't know what to do. I tried to calm emotions with him, but religion's not taking tonight. I don't know what to do. He's gonna Schmendrick's losing his shit right now.
I'm gonna like push past New Rogue and run towards Adam and take.
Are you going around Rumpleforeskin? Are you going under Rumpleforeskin? Like you are behind the bone.
Yeah,
so
I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go under. I'm gonna go under Rumpleforeskin, come out between their legs, and come forward and try and get in front of Adam and take like a stance, like a power stance.
Can you paint the picture for me of exactly what this power stance looks like?
It's just like I'm standing with feet shoulder width apart and my hands and fists, and I'm looking up at Adam. And then are your hands at your sides, or is this a UFC like fighting pose? It's like they're at my sides, and then I put my arms up. And I think of the first thing that comes to my mind of the situation. And I'm like, Adam, end scene.
Can you roll me a persuasion with advantage?
All right.
Adam, can you roll me, I would say, a wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom 0, all right. 4.
Thank God, because I rolled 2 8s, which means it's 12.
Adam, you find the moment you hear "and scene," you immediately stop what you're doing. It's an instinctive thing. This beat has just ended. So you're left standing there, gigantic. What's running through your head?
I feel like I just like I shrink back down, and I'm just like, yeah, you know what? Okay, that felt good. Yeah, I like that. That was some really good character work. That was really good. All right. Ooh. Oh my God, Dell. Yes. Oh, I'm still drunk too. I'm drunk as well. Oh, wow.
He sounds
Shadow
like
Nemesis?
Robocup.
New Rogue, while you are watching this, the mist swirls up around you and gives you another pop culture reference, so you know how you should approach this conversation.
Yeah. I should. This is like I'm still apprehensive. It's kind of like the Scream, the end of Scream. You know, like there's been so many twists, and I'm just like I don't know. You know that Billy is the killer, and there's 2 killers right now, and there's 2 people inside of Adam. I just don't know what I'm dealing with, but it could go any way because hell, this is getting real meta. So I'm really like, what was Adam? What was the deal with the writing stuff, carving stuff, and talking about a letter?
I don't know, I just got these flashes of things that Shadow Nemesis did, and I think he wrote a letter to Hazel and another Dr. Deputy, but it wasn't Dr. Deputy. He had a name, but it was really long and I forget. And but it was basically just a lie. It was a lie about how I killed their father, but the letter said that he was okay and on some secret mission, and I just tricked them into hating Tyler. So I was so happy about it, and I don't know. The next thing I know, I just flew into this rage. It's just what.
That's when you look over and see Tyler walk into the beer tent.
Now, do I recognize Tyler? Because when would I have seen him as like a giant green man? Would I know it's Tyler?
Can you remind me of when you were Adam? I just want to be clear, because when you were Adam versus when you were Shadow Nemesis, I wasn't aware this was a split until like 4 episodes ago.
Yeah.
If you're talking about losing Adam being drunk on the boat, you would have seen me with green skin and horns already. If it happened earlier, who knows?
Right. Okay. So I realize who you are.
Yeah, he still looks very much like Tyler. It's not a full she-hulking in that he didn't grow any bigger. It didn't change his features. He's Tyler. He's just got horns and green skin. So very much you're seeing your good friend in cosplay.
Right. So I very sadly, drunkenly kind of go towards him, like grab him by the shoulders, and I'm just like, buddy, it was me. The letter I sent to the kids just to say that you were bad. It was me, but it wasn't me. Hey. It was Shadow Nemesis. I wouldn't have done it. It was him. It was him.
I'm hugging him.
Tyler, I wouldn't hug him so hard.
Oh, what? Oh no, why?
Oh, don't hug me hard. Yeah. Oh, what happens?
No,
Like new rogue?
I don't.
no, he's been consumed. He imbibed 12 of Schmendrick's ales, and they were very dark ales.
Oh,
And that's when you see Lisette Renard step into the brew tent and say, "What's going on here? Schmendrick, I see this place has been smashed up. Were you serving your darkest night ale? We all know that brings back memories and emotions. It's not anyone's fault this place gets smashed up if you serve that shit again. It's not my fault. I'm just doing my... You need to shut up. I'm so sorry. This is Schmendrick's fault. This is not the beer that he's supposed to be serving at these events, but he loves to do experimental alchemical vintages. Don't worry about damages. You guys are cool. Take the time that you need. And I'm going to talk with you right now." And Lisette shoos everybody out. So you've got this tent to yourself and goes to lecture Schmendrick.
I'm gonna go behind the bar and try to find like water.
I'm still hugging Tyler, so he's dragging me.
Oh yeah, come with me. Yeah, come with me, buddy. We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you some water. You need water.
Tyler, can you roll me a perception?
Yeah. No longer a disadvantage, if I understand correctly.
No longer a disadvantage. You are no longer exhausted.
So that's a 16.
You find water, and then you double check and realize that it's a clear alcohol that does not smell like water, and you find out the next tap is water. So the difference between a 15 and a 16, considerable. You find water and are able to start pouring water and serving Adam.
Filling up flagons, one for him, one for me. It's like, does anybody else want water? How you two been doing tonight? You guys okay? You been having a good time here? Or?
I had a sip of one, but I didn't really enjoy it.
Do you got not water back there?
This is definitely not water. This.
Oh, great. Oh, good.
Yeah. Okay. Here you
I'm
go.
running back there with 2 glasses.
Hey, Tyler, how did the fishing go, by the way?
Turned out okay. I really fucked it up, but everything turned out okay. There's a great big worm, so big it had a name, which was apparently a good thing that we killed it. We fished it and killed it, and it's dead. I really fucking beefed it and passed out for a while. And Midas, a werewolf that you might remember, new rogue, but the two of you is a werewolf named Midas. She doesn't speak, but she uses like sign language. She rescued me, so that was really great. I did while I was passed out meet that lady, that Lucretia Sanguine lady.
I spilled drink on the floor.
What did she say to you? Says Rumpleforeskin, sidling up to the bar.
She really wanted me to give her a child, like really, really badly. Like it was like her whole deal was to have a child.
So she tried to seduce you.
It seemed like she was done with seduction. She was just kind of coming at me straight, just sort of a straight shooter, just saying like, "Hey, I want a kid. You want something. What do you want that you would be willing to give me a kid with?" Saying like, I don't have to raise the kid or nothing. She just wanted, so she made it sound like we didn't even have to, like copulate. It was just like an agreement that would be enough. She talked about, well, I asked her about Shadow Nemesis. I know they boned down, and she said, yeah, she got a kid from him.
What?
It's like a magical fast thing. Yeah, dude.
Wait a minute. My evil
water.
self has a child with who?
Yeah, I tried to stop you, but you
were really far away, and yeah.
I was really far away.
We couldn't get to you in time. You kind of I think you even disappeared with her. And then you came back just bragging about having one hell of a night, buddy.
You talked about how great you were at sex.
Oh,
that's
like
two sleeps ago, I think.
Oh wow!
So whatever's going on, right? It's like super fast. She says she has a child already. I
have a kid out there somewhere, like a real kid.
I don't know. I asked, she was like, "What do you want?" I was like, "Get me and my friends back home, out of here, back before any of this happened, and I will be that deadbeat dad you're asking for." And she said that was too much. she said that was like a soul exchange or something like that. There was an exchanging of souls. I don't know if that's something that happened with you and her, Adam, if there was like a soul given or a soul received for what you did with her, but
I don't know. I don't remember that.
She said a rhyme about like an heir and a spare. When I asked her if she was the Dark Lord, she just laughed, but it sounds like she needs an army of babies for some kind of throne, an heir, to inherit something. I don't know.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Speaking of babies, where's Jack Magnum? He's Jack Magnum? Jack Magnum? I'm just getting really worried that he got like crushed in Adam's general thing. I haven't had him in my little Bjorn.
Either an animal handling to try to call him or a perception to try to see him.
Both wisdom.
No. Okay, I'm going to use perception because it's not a -1. Okay, that's an 11.
Jack Magnum's wandering around outside. Jack Magnum rolled a 2 for performance, so he's looking sleepy, just wandering around as though he's entertained everyone in camp, and he's just a little weaving in the middle of the road.
Come here, little guy, and I'm gonna pick him up, and I'm just gonna place him in my little ropey Bjorn that was made for me. Those little legs hang out. I'm like, look, he's so sleepy, and I just like lift up his little legs, and the gravity just takes them and they just flop.
Yeah, he's doing that eyes closed thing you see kids do at tables when they're really young, where like the eyes are drifting shut and the head's going forwards until it hits and then he pops back up. So he's trying to stay awake but drifting off.
Oh, okay. So sorry to interrupt you. It's just,
No, hey, I get it.
Yeah.
Jack Magnum's, important to you.
Yeah.
I'm here. And you see the doctor deputy run around the corner, and he runs up to you, Adam, and he goes, "I found the Robocup!" Then he slaps a pewter mug down in front of you, and you hear a and the pewter mug grows legs and just stands up in front of you.
Whoa!
It's standing about 2 inches off the ground. It's been fully set on the table, so it's just a little tiny leg thing. He's like, "It's a Robocup!"
I see what you did there, you delightful little rascal. I want to pick up Dr. Deputy and give him a little, like, noogie on the head. He's like, you. And just kind of give him like you tussle his hair.
Can you roll me a sleight of hand with disadvantage?
Okay. Where's my sleight
I know
of
if these
hand?
dolls have hair.
Oh, man. What did I roll there? Oh, so disadvantage is a total of 6.
No, thank you, says Dr. Deputy, dodging aside, and you're too drunk to be able to grab him.
I'm going to grab this mug instead. I want to pick up the mug and look at this robot mug.
It is a pewter tankard. It's lightly beaten around. You can see a couple of dents in it, but it seems to be a pretty solid metal with a square handle bolted onto it. And you can just see a tiny false bottom that has 2 little legs that have popped out, and they have little club, like the clawed feet of a tub on either side. Ooh. Clearly, they just pop out and raise it up an inch off the table, so it looks like it's standing. That's all you're seeing.
All right. I put it on the table. I'm like, do you understand me?
Nothing happens.
Adam, you got to drink more water, buddy. Adam, I need you to keep drink. I need you to drink. Okay. Finish that water.
Okay, give me the water, and I'm going to give the water to Robocup. Here.
No, I need you to drink the water.
I'm going to share the water with Robocup. Hold on. Okay.
Can you roll me a sleight of hand?
Okay, sleight of hand. That is 11.
You pour half the water into Robocup and the other half across the table before you accidentally drop your mug onto the floor.
Uh-oh, dropped it. Okay, drink up, Robocup. You need it more than I do.
I give Adam my mug of water now. Say, here, this one's yours now. Robocup has their water, and you have this water. You need to drink.
Is Robocup drinking the water? Or is it just a cup?
And you roll me perception.
Well, that's 0. All right. 5.
Definitely drinking that water. You can see it going down.
Not so fast, big guy. Not so fast. You could hurt your tummy if you drink the water too fast.
The rest of you are watching Adam talk to a cup that is standing still and has given 0 signs of life.
Yeah.
So you're going to be a father. He is a father, and I'm a father. Del?
I'm not going to be a father. She couldn't make the deal with me to get us out of here. That was beyond her power.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
I didn't want to do anything else because it seems weird and like a significantly loaded proposition. So I said no. So she stabbed me, and then I fell back unconscious.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, she hurt you?
Yeah, she said that she had been hurt earlier this evening. Seemed like she had been talking to someone and like was really, I don't know, upset. Like she was really, I don't know, she's like kind of dispensed with all like pretense, I guess, of being seductive when she got to me. I think it kind of helped me out because, I mean, she looked perfect. But she just came off as like, I don't know, sad and kind of manipulative, just enough of a weird vibe that I felt like, I could say no to things that she asked for.
I have been making between booze from behind the bar and then getting the chai tea from Rumpleforeskin, and I have been making dirty chai for me and Rumpleforeskin.
Nice.
So I'm just like chug half of it, listening to Tyler, like
I was gonna say you're looking over at Rumpleforeskin, who is joining you in this drink, but you can see the fire in their eyes as Tyler is starts talking about being sad, just drift over to watch you. Everything else about them, it seems exactly the same and totally normal. But Del, you are aware that you have 110% of this Bone Horse's focus.
Oh.
Yeah.
I talked to her tonight. She
did.
She played Warhammer with me.
What?
She played with
I
the
know
Warhammer?
it sounds. Oh, New Rogue. It's a board game from like Earth. Like it's really fun. So it's
okay.
dark but cool. Anyway, it was like really awesome. And then I kept trying to ask her questions, and then we traded a question.
Yeah.
And I guess she didn't like, I don't know. She didn't ask me about kids, really. I asked her about Acer Sanguine, and she said that Acer Sanguine is her son. So that made me feel like weird. Like,
so maybe she's got backup Dark Lords now?
yeah, I don't know. It did make me think for a second, because if it's like the place in Ravenloft is supposed to be the worst thing ever for the Dark Lord, it's like, I don't know. Is it the worst thing ever for Acer Sanguine, or is it the worst thing ever for her?
Yeah.
Seems pretty bummed out.
Well, 40K, it seems like she really knows what you want. She offered me something like pretty tempting. But just given the context, it was like, no, I want to leave. But so she knows this kind of stuff about us.
Yeah.
Well, what else does she know? I mean,
Did she give Shadow Nemesis anything? If she offered you guys something, did she give Shadow Nemesis anything?
a good
Sounded
fucking
like
time.
you
was the
had
sound of
a
it.
nice night, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Oh. Well, maybe I should go talk to her. Maybe if she's sad, I should go talk
Maybe
to her.
not right now.
I don't know if that's a good idea,
Yeah,
buddy.
right now.
Bud.
I could just pretend to be Shadow Nemesis, and I could
No,
just
don't
be
do that.
a
We
bad,
like
I
you.
could just
We
be
like
a bad
Adam.
guy.
Yeah.
But I'm me. But
yeah.
I would be acting. I'd be acting. And I
Yeah,
would
maybe
find her-
you should just go sleep. Just do that until you feel more normal, friend.
I think that's a good idea.
Wow,
think
good
Dr.
job,
Deputy's
Dr.
got a good
Deputy.
idea
Good
there.
advice. That was good thinking.
What do you
Thank
think?
you.
What do you think, Robocup? You're the deciding vote. Should I go to sleep?
Hey, Robocup, if you
Roby.
think Adam should go to sleep, do nothing. Well, there it is, Adam.
Does nothing.
You're so wise, Robocup. You're so wise. I fall on a table and go to sleep. I just pass out.
We'll take a quick commercial break right there. Dr. Deputy has taken Adam off to find a place to sleep. Luckily, the Vistani have a number of extra tents that they can make available, along with some ground rolls and bed rolls, and the other things that you have from your own carriage. So, do you think, Adam, you would want to end up in the carriage? Or would you be willing to just get steered to somewhere comfortable? What does drunk Adam do? Or is he suggestible or determined?
I don't know why this memory popped into my head, but like when I was in high school, we went to Wasaga Beach, and I got like rip roaring drunk, and I woke up in the back seat of a friend's car, sleeping on a flashlight that was like one of those really big ones, and so I think I would probably go into the our wagon because it reminded me of that. I'd be like, I gotta get. We got those Van Helsing guns. I could just give me one of those, and if they come and get me, I'm gonna be ready for them.
You got it, friend. And the doctor deputy leads you in and puts you to sleep on the back seat. So you are laid out with both of your arms fully outstretched, hanging on to the handle and triggers of 2 crossbows aimed laterally out of the carriage.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Adam is asleep, and Dr. Deputy is looking after Adam. The 3 of you have been left inside the beer tent. Rumpleforeskin is also present. Is there anything else you'd want to say to each other before you tuck in?
Gosh, I just want to check in with everyone.
Yeah. So how's the new leg treating you, Rumpleforeskin?
What new leg? You said you were getting me a new leg and that it was going to be great, and then you like swore on I think your soul that it was going to arrive or something like that. I'm just a 3-legged horse at a bar.
Oh no! And I just lock on to his rear right leg.
Correct.
Yeah, nothing there. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. It's just like Denton really messed up this time. I'm so sorry. He's gonna have to explain himself. Tubes!
And a tube bursts up out of a mist portal on the ground.
And then I just like lean over it. Denton, come on! Where's it was supposed to be here. I've been in a beer tent for 3 hours. That's not acceptable, Doctor. What? Sorry, I keep on calling people doctors.
I get it's
filthy, Doctor Deputy. It's
a filthy scoundrel's profession. So I understand, when you're angry, you call someone a doctor. But
yeah,
is it really?
But no.
Rumpleforeskin looks to you, Del. Really?
Maybe pen and paper this time, buddy.
Right. And I got a pen and paper actually from Schmendrick earlier. You're right. Okay, I will try this just in case because it has been a little while. Okay, dear Denton, it is New Rogue. How are you doing? Great. I'm wondering, ETA on the horse leg? Question mark, frowny face, angry face with smoke coming up the nose. Okay. And shot it. And I just...
You hear ka-thunk, and it's just absorbed down the tube and disappears.
Okay. And now we wait.
New Rogue, I think maybe we were under the impression now that talking into the tube doesn't do anything. So you've asked Denton Arthur about a leg he knows nothing about and did not specify that it needs to be the rear right leg for Rumpleforeskin.
I got to write another letter. Oh, geez. Okay, egg on my face. Okay,
I just want to double check. So you were just yelling into the tube?
Yeah, we didn't have a lot of time.
Okay.
Well, I ask you this. I mean, if paper can travel through a tube, why couldn't sound?
I'm pouring us a second round of drinks. I'm just shaking my head.
I'm really sorry though, Rumpleforeskin. This is really bad. I know I've made you cross before, and I'm trying really hard not to. And I know your leg was taken, and you really came through for us. So I'm sorry.
Can you roll me a persuasion?
And I'm gonna like spit on my hands and place it under my eyes, like
in front of him.
Yeah, no. That's a 11.
Yeah, I'm sure you're trying real hard, says Rumpleforeskin, taking another drink with Del. You hear a ka-thunk as a canister appears at the top of your tube.
1 second.
That was snappy. That's good.
Yeah, it's great. Okay, and let me just take out this little piece of paper. I guess sound doesn't travel through the tube. I unfurl it, and I'm going to read it.
And it just says, "What are you talking about? That what? And what are the symbols at the end? That's Those don't mean anything. That's just punctuation you're using wrong. What are you doing? What? Denton.
What? Denton. Okay, I'm just gonna write on the back of this. Sorry. Ha 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 ha. Forgot to mention a horse. Sorry, a person. Rumpleforeskin. A friend. Comrade. Lost his rear right. It's your right leg, Rumpleforeskin?
Yes, it's my right leg.
It's your right.
You're right. It's this one. You can see it.
Oh, I'm writing down exactly that conversation we just had too, right now
great.
when you said, oh, great. I just wrote that down. Sorry. Yes, it's his right leg. Could you whip something up right quick? You're the best. Smiley face with the tongue sticking out and the eyes going like that.
Can I go over there really quick?
We don't have enough time. And then I just got it.
Can you roll me a sleight of hand, Del? And can you roll me a sleight of hand, New Rogue? For if you can shot it fast enough.
Mm-hmm.
Someone say their number first.
Natural 20.
Oh my God. For 3.
The way it is thrown, it is perfectly dropped into the tube. And Del, you reach out to try to grab it and stop it. And you end up, because you were just a little bit too late, pushing it in and guaranteeing it goes down the whole way. To you, New Rogue, it just looks like Del was part of the team. Just a strong teamwork contributing to your shot at.
Alley-oop.
Yeah. You alley-oop.
Do you got more paper?
Thanks.
Do you have more paper?
Schmendrick. Oh, right. He went out.
We're alone.
Oh, right.
So you maybe, with your...
That's what I was going to, yeah.
No, with your special, like, conjuring knife, could you just make a sheet of paper in the air and then make it real?
Ooh, it's all sort of illusion stuff. I mean, they tend to, like, disappear pretty fast.
I have a question for the dungeon master. So Schmendrick's ales, I take it it was just from like a keg or anything. Is there anything we can see that might have had a label that we can tear off, like any bottles or anything?
All the kegs that you were seeing stacked behind the bar. So to paint a more specific picture, right now it is a wooden bar top that has been set up. It's easily constructed and slotted together. So when you're looking at it, it is sturdy. It is solid. It has display parts. It's got the name Schmendrick's Ale on it. And you can tell that it would be disassembled and stacked up, tied together on the back of a wagon alongside the overall caravan. Behind it are a series of different ale casks that have been roped together in the form of a display, but with their spouts all available and moving forwards to be able to pour from. And on each of them, you can see a label of what is in them. They are handmade. They are simple. It's not a bunch of art, but there is a piece of, scroll or parchment that has been tacked to each of them, labeling what's inside.
I'm gonna reach for it. I'm gonna tear off one, and I'm like, I hope Schmendrick doesn't mind, but he served Adam dark ale when he wasn't supposed to. Here you go. I'm really sorry, Dale.
Can you roll me a sleight of hand?
Yeah, that's a 9.
The paper bursts into flame in your necrotic hand.
That's okay, New Rogue. It's a good idea, though. Good idea. I'll go for a different one.
You take down a different one, Del, and it works.
All right. I'm going to take whatever New Rogue was writing with, and I'm going to write on the side that has the label and write see other side, like as big as possible. Then flip it over, and I'm going to really quickly draw Rumpleforeskin's leg and show like up until this point and try to show which bones are there versus not.
Right. Can you roll me a performance just so we can see how good that drawing is? New Rogue, go ahead. Del's drawing while you're talking.
Oh, no, I'm just like, so there needs to be information that's helpful.
It's a 17.
17. You do a pretty good drawing. You've got the anatomical reference. Rumpleforeskin is posing in a way that'll allow you to see whatever you need and is willing to move around. And you can also do comparisons against some of the items in this area. Obviously, you're not going to have an easy standard for inches, but you can ballpark and you can show it kind of horse size relative to chair. You also know Denton has met Rumpleforeskin before putting together the armor. So odds are there are some measurements and familiarity there. Okay. So you send that through the tubes. Do you say anything? Do you throw it? What's your system now that we've seen how New Rogue likes to tubes people?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, New Rogue. And I write underneath the drawing, thank you, heart. And I'm like, okay, New Rogue, however you do the tubes, we got tubes it.
Oh, okay. Tubes!
And I will put it in the tube because I'm worried about New Rogue touching it now.
New Rogue, I'm going to ask you to do this roll that is representative of these insane letters and this photograph, or not photograph, but this drawing that followed. Because you get a letter back that just says, I think I got it, with a kathunk.
Okay.
Can you roll me? Normally, I would have this be a performance or something, perhaps persuasion for overall communication. But the mists rise up around you, fueling this moment. Can you roll me a d6?
Oh. I knew it. I knew from the second he started rolling that
across
around.
the room.
It's a 6.
Yay.
You have rolled a 6. You know it is going to take some time before this package can arrive, which means it is time for you all to try to get some sleep, knowing that you have to deal with the rootless evergreen tomorrow. Would you make your way towards the carriage that you are all come from? Would you be seeking out the place to sleep among the Vistani? What would be your plans from here?
Well, I am definitely staying with Rumpleforeskin, but I think being in a comfy Vistani area would be good, rather than our half blown apart carriage. And if Tyler tries to go towards that, I'll be like, no, it's missing like 2 walls.
Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, I saw a little bit of that with the pinky vision. I'm glad you're all okay.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, I guess if there's a maybe back to the beer tent, if everyone's cleared out, maybe I'll just, I don't know, curl up on the bar or something. I don't know.
I mean, we could
have a guest tent over here. Lisette just approaches, and you can see that next to your carriage, there has been a comfortable tent set up with a number of bed rolls in it that give you a place you can sleep out of the elements. There are actual beds. They're on the ground, but they're there.
Oh, man, Lisette, lifesaver. This is huge. Thank you so much. Yeah, definitely. I will take you up on that. I thank you so much. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're all welcome. We'll see where your tale goes. See what tale you are telling. I'm interested to hear how your journey ends up. Friends, you've got some decisions to make. And she gives you a knowing nod, Del.
Yeah.
And Lisette strides away as you all enter this sleeping tent. We'll take a quick commercial break right there.
Yeah.
Adam, you are asleep. What do you think you're dreaming about? You're drunk? You've had a hell of a day.
Well, like when Shadow Nemesis dreamt, he would be in his Sherlock Holmes like den with Shadow Master. I think I'm just having like a regular dream with Robocup, but like Robocup can like walk around and talk, and Robocup is like, "Come on, Adam, let's go on adventures." And I'm in like kind of like a Robin like outfit, like with the really tight like green like trunks, and that's it. And I'm just like, sure thing, Robocup, let's go. And then I jump in the cup, and it's kind of slippery, and I'm kind of going back and forth as he's like, bah, 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 like walking around like that, being like, "Let's clean up crime with water," and he's like dumping water out, and criminals are like, "Yay!" and they're sliding into jail on the water.
Right. Yeah. Like a
classic normal dream.
Yeah,
like, I'm glad it wasn't weird like one of those Shadow Nemesis dreams. It's a normal dream.
The cartoon sound effects has been
like
slipping.
Oh
Jail.
no, it's a Robocup.
All right, so that's what Adam's doing. The other 3 of you have entered a sleeping tent. As you step down and into the space, kind of ducking under the door, it's not super tall. There are a number of bed rolls. There are 4 that are laid out, but clearly there are only 3 of you. Also Rumpleforeskin right now, but Rumpleforeskin doesn't need a bed roll. They're not to scale of horse. The ceiling is low. It's about 6 feet tall, so you're going to have to duck down a little bit there, Tyler. For everybody else, it's a little... It's comfortable-ish. Rumpleforeskin just kind of lean forwards, step into the space, hobbling a little bit. But you're inside. You've claimed your bedrolls. It's dark, but it's still warm and surprisingly safe feeling for you. You're able to hear the Vistani outside. There's the crackling of fires. It's still, there's a warm light coming in. It's the first time in a long time, having seen the Vistani fight and also being aware for you, Del, how you absolutely could not sneak through this space.
Yeah.
That it feels like you're safe from outside threats. Is there anything you talk about before you fall asleep?
This is nice.
This is nice. This is the nicest bed I think I've been in since we got here. Not necessarily like objectively nice, but this is like the most comfortable I've felt.
Yeah. No, I mean, they're good people. And honestly, Jack Magnum won them over. It got really out of control for a bit there.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Shout out to Jack Magnum. What happened?
Yeah, this sleepy guy did a real cool trick, and let's just say it won the day.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Little
awesome.
tricks.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
the
it
best
balanced
mode
out
guy.
when Dr. Deputy and Adam both shot Lisette Renard.
Yep.
Oh, Christ.
It's been a day, you know,
Yeah.
the explosion and everything. Tyler, I'm glad you're back.
I mean, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad you're all okay. I'm glad Adam is back.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What happened? I only heard it from Lucretia that like Shadow Nemesis, I don't know, went away. He had to be honest and he went away.
Yeah. So Rumpleforeskin and I ran down Shadow Nemesis and then caught up, and it was Adam. So I guess Shadow Nemesis was like afraid of telling the truth or something. But I mean, it's been great having Adam back.
So it's like he's roaming around inside Adam's head somewhere in his subconscious.
I guess I assume he's like dormant, and Adam doesn't seem to remember all the things that he did. And then Lisette talked to him and told him, you know, he murdered Werner Herzog and all this crap. So
Oh my God, that's why he was wasted, I guess. He was talking about the letter to me. It seems like he was being
Yeah.
told about all the, oh man, that sucks.
yeah, it was rough. And Lisette told me, and Adam too, but it like he was focused on the whole murder part, like him being evil. But she said that you can't get rid of the symbiote that's in Adam's brain. But she said that if he got bitten by a were-person and had two forms, then the symbiote would only be attached to the monster form, like the Incredible Hulk, and that they would be separate, and that Adam would be out. But I don't know. I don't know.
What does he think of that?
He kind of just, he liked the Incredible Hulk idea, but then he was worried about not having
Hulk, yeah.
Spider-Man powers. I think that's what it
Yeah,
was.
he seemed really attached to the idea of having his current Spider-Man powers, but he didn't want
Yeah.
to give those up. But that was also when he didn't believe he was a murderer. He was
Yeah,
pretty sure that he was
so
just like a guy.
So then we kind of told him about some stuff, and the where thing became moot for the evening because he was
Exactly,
dealing with that.
and-
Oh, poor guy.
and I figured, you know, the three of us and Nero could talk about it.
And Dr. Deputy, like he actually talked some sense into Dr. Deputy with me, like which is different.
Oh,
It's like it seems like maybe Dr. Deputy's turned a new leaf. And
I guess if the guy he looks up to is like fundamentally different now, I guess that could happen. Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a lot of trust in Adam, or I didn't because Shadow Nemesis, but now I'm feeling, you know, like I'm feeling fingers crossed. This he could be changed.
I guess you don't like know Adam the way we know Adam, because you're
No.
like, oh, he's really great. You know, he's just like a really nice, fun guy. Like really cares about friends and stuff like that. And then I guess you've only really seen Shadow Nemesis.
Yeah.
As New Rogue. Guy knows him, but
I mean, he does have a bit of a drinking problem, but maybe that's just because it's been a hard day, you know. And Schmendrick, so
I think it's in relation to.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was being funny there, actually. I'm trying an attempt at humor.
Okay.
Can you roll me a persuasion?
That is a 16.
You guys are impressed with this try, considering how poorly New Rogue does normally. This is like it was in the ballpark of humor.
Yeah.
you honestly are growing a lot, like every day, New Rogue.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, I learned a lot from, let me just tell you, one of the clerics that this crazy village has. They worship a god called Are You Kidding Me? Which is like a god of sarcasm and logic. And they were telling me some weird stuff, but, you know, also I think I need to examine some of my beliefs a bit more. But
Okay.
but I don't know. I could also just need to clamp down on my being horned up so often when I think about Ezra. I think it's one or the other, but I'm
I would maybe lean into like self-examination and getting in touch with your God. I think that's just my 2 cents. I think that would be the way to go.
Yeah, I agree. You know, like we're happy that Ezra makes you happy. You know,
Nobody wants you to shut up. Nobody wants you to talk less or anything.
Okay, well, maybe I will have my little religious trance tonight, and I will see if pieces come together and make this whole experiment that is New Rogue a little more fulsome.
Okay. Hey, before lights out and everything, if Lucretia Sanguine should visit you in your dreams tonight, just be careful in there, okay? We won't be able to help you out or anything. Seems like she's really keen to make a deal, so just be careful, okay?
Okay, how will I know it's her though? Like, not a memory that I have or something like.
I mean, she's pretty distinct in her appearance, I would say.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not much to go off on. Like, what do you mean? Where she's distinct? Like, she has wings or like 3 eyes? What are we talking about here?
Tyler, knowing that you've seen a variety of Lucretia Sanguines,
yeah.
how would you describe the most recent one you saw? If you were to pick among the many, because that'll be the one that'll stick with you until you see her again, and then it'll change over.
Yeah, she had red skin and horns and black hair, but she looked like this is kind of weird. Actually, you don't know this, but Del, maybe you know the actress Paula Patton. Literally just like a 1-to-1 devilish version of her.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, she looks like Rihanna to me.
She looks like Rihanna.
Yeah, and I mean, one time I saw her and she didn't have horns or anything. She just looked like a normal lady.
Oh, maybe she'll look like something different to you, but she'll look good, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rihanna. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I could see that.
Oh,
Yeah.
she looks good. Oh,
She's gonna look like something good to you, I think.
Buckle up, I guess, but I don't know.
Maybe.
Okay.
Given how you pray, maybe she'll look like what do you think Ezra looks like? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, on that note, I'm going to trance. So I hope you have a decent night, and I will see you in the morning. And Jack Magnum here. Actually, I don't want to accidentally topple over. And I take off the Bjorn. Del, I heard that he kept up Tyler one night. I'm wondering, could you do goat duty?
Babysitting?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay. Shh. There you go. It's okay. It's okay. And I'm trying to find a way to place this in Del's arms without actually touching her. So I'm just gonna
You roll me an animal handling.
Oh, okay.
Oh, buddy.
That's okay. That's a 4. No, that's a 3. No, wait, it's a 4. It doesn't matter.
And you take off the Bjorn ever so carefully and try to set it carefully in Del's arms. And that's when Jack Magnum falls out and springs awake and just goes, ah!
Oh boy. Oh, wow. Okay.
All you have to do is just what I found lately, the past few days, a couple of days, just pick him up and just give him a gentle back and forth and give him little sweet kisses on the forehead. He loves that. Maybe scratches around the back of the ears.
Okay. Okay. Take this goat under one arm.
Great. Del, can you roll me an animal handling?
Oh, sure. It's an 18.
18. You start rocking this goat. Jack Magnum is asleep.
All right, good.
Tyler, you watch
Very
jealously
gentle.
as this occurs.
I mean, if we've got a new goat babysitter, I am happy to pass the mantle.
Fabulous. Is there anything you two say to each other before you fall asleep?
You good?
I'm not really, but I'm really glad you're back.
Yeah, I'm not super great either. I'm glad to be back with all of you. Glad you're all okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to talk more tomorrow.
All right.
Good night.
Sleep well. Good night.
And you all fall asleep, or New Rogue, you fall into a trance.
Yeah, I went to a trance before as soon as I gave them Jack Magnum. I was like, sorry, guys.
Just standing over Dell. Over Dell's cot, just like
taking a knee, letting it happen. Rumpleforeskin would be curled up alongside you, Dell, if that was of
Yay.
interest to you, because
Definitely.
they like the body heat and the general closeness in a positive sense. So you, Jack Magnum, and Rumpleforeskin have curled up together. So I need to roll for some environmental things.
Oh no.
just normal environmental things.
Oh boy, it's a lot of environmental rules.
No, thank you.
A volcano appears. Wow.
These are cricket chirping rolls. These are cool
like
breeze
those.
in the evening rolls.
Cool breeze.
All of you are asleep or in a trance. It's been an exhausting day. There's been a lot going on emotionally. There's been a lot going on physically. It's been a very long time. And that's why a tiny doll sneaking into your tent goes unnoticed as this doll moves past each of you, creeping past Jack Magnum, working around Dell, sneaking around behind New Rogue, making his way over to Tyler, and climbing gently up Tyler's hip. He reaches the bag of holding that he opens. And it opens because Tyler talked about locking it to Dr. Deputy, but he didn't. And the Dr. Deputy draws out his needle and he creeps his way back out of the tent. And he works his way back around New Rogue and he creeps past Dell and Jack Magnum and Rumpleforeskin. And he goes back to the carriage. And he stands looking up at a drunk Adam laid out, and he whispers to himself, "I'm gonna save you, Black Knight." And then he jabs the needle into Adam's ankle. And because these two have a near magical connection, because deep in his core, both Shadow Master and Shadow Nemesis want this, the doll collapses to the ground. And Adam's body goes limp. And an hour from now, they will have changed places. And that's the end of our episode.
That little scamp.
That's the end of this episode, listener, but next week you could become a watcher and affect the Jesters' adventures by joining our Twitch stream, which happens every Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's Toronto time. If you join our Twitch chat, you can give the cast magical items, name NPCs, and decide the events that shape Ravenloft. So, catch up on the story, follow Dum Dum Dice on Twitch, and join our weekly stream right away. Jesters of Ravenloft features the voices of players Tyler Hewitt, Del Borovic, Guy Bradford, and Adam McNamara, alongside Dungeon Master Ryan LaPlante. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Jesters of Ravenloft's artwork was created by Del Borovic at delborovic.com. That's DELBOROVIC. Our theme song is Dark Mysterious Halloween Night by Sound Gallery by Dimitri Taras. And our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR, whose music is available at freemusicarchive.org. For all things Dum Dums and Dice, including merchandise and how to join our Patreon, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. That's DUMBDUMBDICE. Now get out of here before the mist gets you too.
Dum Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time: Christopher Little, George Dolby. Richard Cranium, Gavin and Abby McDonald. Logan, Fire Unfriendly. Grandma Likes D&D, Alan. Stabby Stranger. Glitch Trick. Flynn 1138. Alarain Okapi. Schrodinger's Pepper. Guy Edwards. Madre de Gatos. Lady Maiden. Garbo Ape. Locke. Sam Schaefer. Waffle Marine. Dagger Rain. Rob L. Dia de los Hoodless. Squishy Werewolf. Remy Funky Head. Nomad, the Wise Paladin of the Badlands. Accent Therapeutic Services in Florence, Kentucky. Lael. Shulzari. The Long Family. Jordan Oliver. Richard Wright. Brittany Fenwick. Alex Parr. Old Man Mojo. Dragonfly. The Body Barrelers. Megan Werner. A Man Out of Time. Curtis at FingerTechRobotics.com. Panda24NN. Shendra D. Your Homeboy Bones. And Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumbdumbdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.